Hello everybody, welcome to Psyched Substance. In today's video we have cannabis with nitrous live. All you guys have been wondering what cannabis is like when mixed with your good old NO2. We're talking about two totally legal drugs here in the big K, Canada. We got cannabis and nitrous, two legal drugs. So of course people are going to be wondering, what are these drugs like when consumed together?
What do they do? Are we gonna explode?
Are they safe? Does it deprive your brain of so much oxygen that you die? You have the potential for B12 deficiencies?
I don't know, but I'm ready to sacrifice myself in the name of YouTube views.
Everybody for science, but more importantly, YouTube views. Adam's announcer voice is in full throttle. How about you, Dakota?
Yes, me also. Let's do this.
Okay. So, as a lot of you guys know, a fellow YouTuber named Dakota Wind, or also known as Dakota of Earth, recently came to Canada and we filmed a few videos. One of the videos was answering your questions, which you asked on Instagram, legally high, on Canadian government weed. Hello, friends and family. Well, mainly friends. I'm here with Dakota. We're doing one of those things that YouTubers do where they answer questions. Did one for his channel.
Collaboration. We're doing a little collaboration. Question and answers, baby. That's what we're doing.
Fuck yeah, bro. All right. So if you've got some sweet ass questions for
Ooh, sweet ass questions.
Either of us.
Questions about our sweet asses, preferably.
Yes. I don't know how to answer.
No Canadian weed is part taken in this.
This is just
Below,
as
type something.
Simon says, just suck some dicks.
That's what I'm about to do.
No, he's got his other boyfriend coming over. Anyway, without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. If you never tried any psychedelic, where do you think you'd be right now? Well,
that was such a pivotal moment in my life.
Well, where'd you be then?
Not sitting here.
Probably not.
Absolutely not.
If I didn't take one, there might not even be a here to sit at.
There wouldn't be.
No.
Yeah. My whole life is changed because of psychedelics. Literally. I can't even explain the potential it's shown me that I can reach within myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I attribute it fully to psychedelics, but it really showed me a lot.
Where do you
I forget what she asked. I just said some deep answer too. What'd she say?
The weed makes you very forgetful, just on average. I don't know. I like what Dakota said. I have now some deep shit. Why are you such a wholesome human being, Adam? What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
Wholesome, whole. I guess it means you're very filling.
If one achieves enlightenment, do you think they can go back into being unenlightened? If so, do you think it can even be permanent?
Yeah, I think so. I think we all have these bits of enlightening moments throughout our life. I think that's what enlightenment is. It kind of hits you in a flash.
Dude, I went back. I was there. I could see how I am everybody.
Yeah.
How everything in my life led up to that one moment and how it always does.
Yeah.
And then I was at the grocery store the next day looking at the magazine rack. You know when you go to the checkout, there's the magazine rack, and that's when they throw Britney Spears is pregnant again with her 8th kid by some dude. Obviously not Britney Spears. Who do they talk about now?
Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian has 6 new butts. I could see their faces morph into mine. And I'm looking at these magazines and I just see me. Me, I'm looking at the cashier. I see hey Adam, how you doing today?
But it is. I mean, ultimately it's you in a different situation. You know, you could have easily, if you were born in that circumstance, you can see how you could be there. In their lifestyles and things.
That's not what I mean at all.
No.
I get what you're saying though, but no, that's not what I mean.
What are you trying to say, Adam? You make no sense.
I'm trying to say that I was enlightened to the point where I could see the oneness with everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I was ready for that experience because instead of seeing the love in it, I kind of chose to see fear or to feel frightened that it meant that my life wasn't really important, that I was just kind of like a cog in this big system of life. Instead of taking the glasses half full and saying, oh, well, I'm all of life, that's beautiful, I chose to take then it means that I'm really not I'm an illusion, I'm not real. And it scared me. Then I started to actively fall back asleep. Like I took a ton of Xanax, right? I wanted to pass back out. But metaphorical Xanax, as in I slowly let my life slide back to caring about shit like temporary gains, buying things, likes on videos and making videos people want to see. And then I woke back up again.
I think there's enlightening moments, and I think there's enlightenment.
I don't think there is.
I think there are people that truly live through that state.
I think there's people who, are definitely more like
I don't think it's
enlightened
possible.
than others.
I don't think it's possible for us in this culture.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's why I came back.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in that state and
It's not
still operate
sustainable.
in this society.
Yeah.
Because the society is designed for the opposite.
Yes, that's what I mean. We get these enlightening moments, we can't hang on to them. But I think there are human beings that exist. I think enlightenment is complete detachment from thought. When a thought comes by, it just goes by.
Then a
You're not
lot of
grabbing
people
it.
are like that, dude, because that's
I
just
think so.
meditation.
But I think there's people that don't need to meditate to be there. I think there's people that are naturally there. But I think they've gone through spiritual practices and things like this to get there. But I think there are people that exist that are just seeing the world as a happening. There's not thoughts or judgments happening. What do you think about that? Like the Buddha, like the idea of this Buddha character. Do you think people like this exist?
What do you classify as the Buddha?
Like a physical being that realized himself and sustained that realization and became enlightened. Like complete control of the desires, attachments, understanding temporariness, understanding oneness, and not just understanding it intellectually, but physically being it. And like instead of trying to become something, they're just a simply beingness with like everything
The
else.
hilarious part is you're trying to describe something that's other than yourself.
Like what? Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. I'm saying there's people that have grabbed a hold of it and live like that. We can't live like that here. Because this society demands for us to be the individual and to play these roles.
Yeah, no. I get that aspect, but it's just
It is. No, it's a
funny.
paradox.
It's funny listening to you explain it because it's
Yeah.
like, but that's not what it is. Oh man, it's tough.
Yeah.
How do you explain that? I don't know if you can explain it. Have you ever looked at how like the old school monks used to try to get to Kensho states? But what are those things called? Those little like quips, those little witty remarks?
Koans.
This is why they would use koans to get people thinking and to get you into those states, because it's not something that you can directly say.
Yeah.
It's funny because once you've actually been in those Kensho-like states, the koans all make such perfect sense, and you realize that it was just
chasing nothing.
Well, no, the koans was the best way that they could describe it. They weren't f***ing with you.
Yeah.
It's just when you can't actually say what something actually is, and you have to lead someone to finding it on their own, you actually have no better way than to use riddles, because that's the best way to leave the right breadcrumbs for them to get there later. And then you realize that when you get there, that's when you hit that point where it was always you that was looking,
Yeah.
and that you were the one that left the breadcrumbs, and then you start laughing at your own breadcrumbs, and then you have this
Absolutely.
little like circular moment where you're back to the ego all of a sudden. You're like, whoa, what was that? And then you just keep going around and around and around.
So cool to not be crazy, to have that experience, and to have other people be able to say they've also had that experience.
You felt crazy?
Oh yeah, man! I didn't think I would ever be able to explain it to people when I first had it.
Interesting.
Yeah, you don't feel like that's a crazy thing to say to a normal human being, what you just said?
No.
No, you don't think if you pulled someone off the street and started saying this stuff to them, they'd be like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh no, you're right. They'd think that was pretty weird.
Yeah.
But I would look at them and I'd understand their social programming and that they had no choice but to behave that way, and I
Of
just
course.
smile.
It's just so alien and no one talks about it. You know what I mean? It's such an alien experience that the normal society doesn't acknowledge in our culture.
Yeah. Ugh. How do you wake more people up though?
Is that the goal? Are we supposed to wake people up?
I don't know. I really do not know.
I think you wake people up by being awoke yourself.
The only reason I would want to wake people up is because I can't accept that things are supposed to be this way.
Yeah.
Like all the pain.
And then
that
are
people
you
put things
even
through.
awake at that point if you can't accept the way things are? Because things are the way they are.
Yeah. No. I know I've really battled with these questions exactly from that same angle. I don't think it's that black and white though. That's a pretty black and white way of looking at things. There's no gray in that picture.
What's the gray?
There is a middle ground.
Yeah.
And I think the middle ground is when you know both sides and you try to bring them together in a way that allows people to understand and feel harmony and beauty and love in a sense of acceptance, and then maybe they won't feel the need to compete so much. Because what causes all of the problems, you have to look at like the emotions. Why is the monetary system bad? Because it's all competition based. It pits people against each other. It puts money and like personal acquisition above every other aspect of being alive and being human. That is the top goal. People are rewarded for being bad humans. You create, cigarettes. You've killed millions a year. But look at that guy. He's got this big, beautiful house. Never has to worry about money. He's got the fancy tie. People would still respect like a tobacco CEO. It's an extreme example, but people are still going to respect that this guy has made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be held as some kind of symbol or like standard of making it.
Yeah, of making it.
Yeah.
In our minds, that's the most amazing thing. So when you come from like those pretenses, of course the world looks like this.
Yeah.
Of course, because that's what people value. People are valuing the wrong shit. So there's got to be a way to reprogram how we think, or...
But maybe it's happening,
Could be.
And we're just stuck in it so we don't realize it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I think it is. I think we're working out the kinks. I think that's kind of what we've always kind of been doing,
When you have families and kids, and then you start having these thoughts where you can really think of the potential for harm and how humans hurt each other in really sick and disturbing ways.
Yeah.
You want to find a way to protect them.
Yeah, of course.
You want to protect. You don't want that to be a thing anymore.
Yeah,
like, why does all of that evil have to be a thing?
Yeah.
And then duality suggests it has to be a thing because the opposite's a thing. All that good is a thing. So yeah, accept all this evil because you accept all the good. Can't have one without the other. Well, who fucking says?
Well, to regurgitate Alan Watts, as we've criticized, he said Hitler is as normal as a hurricane. You understand what that means? Hitler is as normal as a hurricane. Meaning, like, these things, these little, catastrophic social human things are going to happen. They're going to happen. It's a part of evolving and a part of just human nature and nature in general. So, like, these things are going to happen.
Like a hurricane's going to happen.
Like a hurricane's going to happen.
But...
And it's a part of growth,
You can still challenge this. I love challenging thoughts, even if it's from Alan Watts, because yes, hurricanes can always happen for sure. But what if humans developed cities and civilizations that were hurricane proof? What if when a hurricane comes, this big dome encapsulates everybody, and it just floats by? You've got your artificial sun pops up. Oh, look, we're good.
Yeah.
Hurricane passes, go back to living like normal. Or what if there's a device that will actually sense the hurricane coming, send some waves, disrupt those clouds and that thing from ever forming? And now, the hurricane was on its way, but we found a way to just let it pass us by without being as affected.
Yeah, that could happen too. I mean...
Yeah, because now you know about it. But for it to happen, you have to have had the hurricane. Because you got to learn what the hurricane is.
Yeah, see,
and
exactly.
Now
so it still has to happen. It's all about growth.
But it doesn't have to happen more than once. Because when you know how it works, maybe it does. Maybe you've got to try different, machines. But you could, in a controlled setting, figure out how to make the hurricanes in like a very controlled, safe way. And then find a theory to fix them. And then apply that theory to real life. And then no more hurricanes, no more Hitlers. That's what I want to do.
You got to remove hurricanes, remove Hitlers. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm
no
with
more
you on that
hurricanes, no more Hitlers, guys. You hear that? You feel me, dog?
That's a beautiful mission.
Do either of you know anything about I don't want to talk about that. How do you feel about Terrence McKenna? Any criticism? Well, I'm not going on Joe Rogan because he hasn't invited me, but if he does, I'll go on for sure, man. What's the most important thing that you've learned with all of the trips that both have had? Man, that's a big one. So is he asking like what we've learned individually or collectively?
I guess on an individual level. Wait, what was the question again?
What's the most important thing that you've learned with all of your trips?
I mean, I guess the one of the most significant things that it showed me is that this isn't all there is. This experience that we're experiencing, this state of awareness and consciousness that we live through in our normal daily lives, you can experience something else. I think that's one of the most significant things that psychedelics have showed me. That this isn't it, man. There's magical possibilities.
Dude, magic, you just jumped on something awesome. Because, like, when I was a kid, I used to see things in movies that were magical. Say Matilda. I saw that as a kid.
I love Matilda.
You know, when she's moving the shit with her mind?
Yeah.
And fantasizing about how insanely wicked that would be. You know, you sit in your room as a kid and you're just like, what if I can do it? You go look at that fucking Windex, you're like, let's just see. I won't tell anybody.
I tried to. I used to try to do it.
I swear, just let me do it once. No one will know.
I bet
I just want to see.
Matilda was my inspiration also.
Yeah, just move. Just that Windex. Just a little bit. Please, I want that. And then you realize that there's probably no one who can do it.
Yeah.
At least not that you can see. And it's disappointing. Santa Claus, Easter Bunny. All the magic gets stripped from your life the older you get, and then you realize not only that, but you were so sheltered that when you thought that life was a happy place, that there's actually people dying of food and murder, and it's like a shell shock, man. You go from this, at least Western society and me, I was super sheltered, and then to see all this stuff made me so sad. So not only is the magic gone, but the happiness kind of gets stripped away with it. You can't take that sticky tape off the wall without getting a bit of that paint. And now I realize there is magic. This, like, just hands.
Yeah, psychedelics bring the magic back.
Yeah, in like a real way, not in a
very real way.
Not in a like, oh, metaphysical. I'm a hippie now, so things are so magical.
Yeah, like in a truly
visceral way,
mystical kind of thing.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Like, I see my body as magical. Hey guys, check this out. If I sit here long enough, these sparse little wisps will start growing.
He also said the same force that...
And I don't know how it happens.
Alan Watts said the same force that grows your hair or grows your nails or controls your breath is the same force that makes the sun rise. And that makes the blood run through your veins. It's all one thing happening. The universe, your body knows that you are one process with the entire universe. And that's what
it would have to know, because the fucking universe...
It's doing it, yeah.
You know what's really weird to me? Is when you try to explain this stuff to people about being a part of the universe, and they don't get it to the point where they actually can't imagine how the universe birthed them. They're like, no, that's not true. I mean, I'm human. I came from this planet. I'm not from the universe. The f*** are you talking about? There's space. That's not me. That's all different. And it's like, facepalm. Dude, you were the rock, you dummy. That's you. See that rock? You're looking at a rock now, an asteroid. Smash. Oh, some rocks. Pick them up. Yeah. No, that was you, okay? The same brain that's thinking right now that's like, there's no way in hell I could be that rock. And one aspect is laughing at itself.
What, like the rock?
Like just physical matter that's not alive.
That's creating a planet, for example, and the planet goes life.
Yeah. You are the process that created that. You actually, a little thing, cell in your body could have had part of a rock in it. I mean, we're billions of years old, and people don't even get that. I'm not billions of years old. I'm fucking 32. What does that shit mean?
You know, even more mysterious is that we are what those rocks came from, and what all things come from. We are that source. If you were to trace back the evolution of humanity, it would lead back to some mysterious starting point of everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm going deeper.
What do you say? I'm confused.
No, I'm just elaborating on what you said.
Cool.
You stoner.
But yeah, I don't get that. How come people can't grasp that concept? Like, why? It's obvious. Like, it's common sense. Oh, Sean Cummings says, I'm stuck in a bad trip right now. Help.
Oh. You're alright.
Erica says, y'all look zooted. Is that similar to being rooted, which means to be fucked in Australia?
To be fucked?
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on mental health and psychedelics? Is it safe to make out on DMT? What is the consensus of suppressed technologies?
To make out on DMT?
How old should a person be before they start smoking weed? 18. When I talk like this, nothing makes sense.
Have you ate ass?
Have you ate ass? Well, I've ate ass. It tastes good. If she's hot. Conspiracy theory you strongly believe.
Ooh, I love believing conspiracy theories.
David Icke, baby.
Yeah, I love the reptilian theory.
Yes, I'm a reptile.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not a reptile, but I believe that they exist and they
the only
run
thing
the government.
Is wrong is they're not evil.
Oh no, they're evil, and they're shapeshifters. You can't even tell if they're a reptile. For example,
you can't tell. No, but they're not evil.
They're pretty evil. Well, they're like reptiles, you know. An alligator's not really evil.
Great comparison, Dakota. Neither is a tiger, but they still eat humans. Oh man. All right, I think we're good. That's way more than enough.
No, that was fun.
Long enough. Agitated you long enough.
Oh, I'm agitated.
All right. All right, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Answering Questions. Not
that was
by-
cool. No, I was stoned for most of that. That was great.
Yeah, it was fun. If you enjoyed Dakota's, wait, what am I trying to say? To see more of Dakota, follow him on YouTube.
Oh, cool. Yeah, follow me on YouTube.
Link is in the description. And we did one of these on Dakota's.
Oh yeah, we just did
channel.
one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, just before this.
Are you serious? You don't remember?
Yeah, I
You're just
remember.
fucking around? Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
All right.
20 minutes ago.
So if you want even funnier and more stupid answers, watch Dakota's. I would suggest that heavily.
Yeah, and you're not much of a weed smoker, so this is an interesting
Hell
kind
no.
of experiment.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
Cool. Like, subscribe this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
See you guys.